Join me as today I continue to build Eagle Moss Hero Collector's 1/8 scale Ecto-1 as we kick off issue number 4. Hey everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and as always, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. And yes, we're here now, issue number 4. I can't stop building this Ecto-1. I think I'm addicted. I love this darn thing. And before I dive into today's build video, if you'd like to check out any of the past videos, I certainly suggest you do so there. We got them right here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel. As well, if you'd like to stay up to date with all the upcoming build videos, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. And of course, if you'd like to actually start building your very own Ecto-1, we've got links right down below in the description. Click them, sign up today, and start your build, and build along with me right here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's move the camera around. Let's take a look at the build desk because I can't wait. Once again, I think I'm addicted to this Ecto-1 build. Let's go. So today we continue our build with issue number 4 here. Let's go ahead and tear inside of here and see exactly what we're going to be building today. I think that we're probably just going to stick to stage 7 and 8 for this video. We'll be doing stage 9 and 10 for the next video. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be building the middle engine block first. So let's go ahead and bring in stage 7. And I gotta say, this is probably the biggest stage that we've actually seen yet. So give me a second here, I'm going to unbox it, and let's start building today. Alright, so I got the main top part of the tray off there, and I think going forward, I'm actually going to keep everything in the tray as I build it. I think that seems like a bit of a safer route there. Also, man, you want to talk about screws aplenty. Look at all these little baggies full of screws here. Once again, pretty big build video it looks like it's going to be here today. So let's go ahead and start in with it with the first step down here. And it looks like we're going to be assembling the timing belt cover and cooling system. So let's grab the first piece here and bring it in, matches up there. And now let's grab piece 07B, which I think, yeah, it looks like this guy here. So looks like we just, once again, line up the holes, and we're going to need some EM screws. Alright, we got the second screw in there, so that piece is now secure. Looks like from there we're going to move on to figure B07C, which is this larger scaled piece, and there's a small little hole right here in between the two larger holes. And it looks like all we're really going to do is just match up where that hole is, if I can find it. Yep, there we go, just snaps right into place. And then from there we're going to be running some AP screws through these two slots right up top there. Okay, so we got the second screw in there, nice, attached. I mean, that looks good. It looks like a thing. I don't really know what it's supposed to look like because, once again, I'm not really a car guy. But we're going to move to figure D here, where we're going to bring in this piece, where this is what we made in the last video. So if you missed that, be sure to check it out here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be actually connecting these two pieces right now using some DM screws. So I'm just going to unbag these DM screws right quick. Just put them on the table here because I don't want to, once again, I don't want to mix the screws up too much like I did in the last video. So I've got those kind of right here on the left hand side. You can barely see them. But yeah, let's go ahead and secure these two pieces together. Alright, so this looks pretty easy. We just have to match up the holes here, which, there we go, we got that locked in there. And, well, I should say locked in there or anything, but everything's kind of gripping itself quite nicely. So let's go ahead and pop in that DM screw there. Alright, and there we go. Nice and tight. Everything is connected together there. However, it looks like that's actually it for this piece for the time being. So let's go ahead and move on to section number 2 here, building the top of the engine block. So it says push the pin at the bottom of the distributor assembly, 07F. Oh, you know, I'm jumping way too ahead. So let's first grab the main base of that, which looks like this piece. Yeah, this piece right here. And then we're going to grab the distributor right there. And it looks like, I think it just kind of snaps. Well, I shouldn't say snaps, but kind of just rests inside of there. And then to secure it, we're going to be grabbing some AP screws. Alright, so I got the AP screw going in there, and I hope, it feels like it's securing itself. Oh yeah, that's going to be nice and secure. Alright, so we got that there. Figure C here, what do we got to do? 07H. Where is it? Okay, so put this part aside briefly and push the pipe joint into the screw. Okay, so move that aside. Let's grab this piece here. Once again, try and make it look just as much as we can like the image here in the magazine. And oh man, 07H. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny piece. Wow. Okay, so looks like, how do we do this? Okay, right in there. All right, and then we're going to secure that with a BP screw. All right, so we got that nice and tight there. Once again, man, such small little pieces, such a small screw as well. So figure D is now completed. Let's move on to figure E here, which actually we're going to be combining everything. So match everything up here. Where does this piece go? Right here. Okay. So just kind of snaps right into place there. And to secure it in place, we're going to be using some AP screws. So let's go ahead and move this over and yeah, once again, attach those AP screws here. Alright, nice and tight, nice and secure. That's what we like to see. So figure F is done. Now going on to figure G here. Looks like we're going to be grabbing this large frame. What is this here? Yeah, this piece is the intake manifold. And we're going to be applying that on top of the other parts. So let's line this up here. What do we got? Pretty important to make sure we're doing this right. Okay, yeah, I think this actually goes around this way. So there we go. So once again, holes, 4 little holes there all line up. And then we're going to be using the AP screws once again to secure that in place. Alright, and then we got the last screw in there. So all 4 screws are inside. We have finished the top of the engine block. Well, at least I think we have. No, we haven't. There's still more stuff to do here. So the next step here is fitting the breather cap. So we're going to locate the breather cap, which looks to be this piece right here. Okay. And what else do we got? We got this little piece here. Oh, and we're going to secure those 2 pieces using some EP screws. So let's go ahead and unbag those EP screws. Keep them to the side here. All right, so we got that all tightened up there. Looking good. I think that's, yeah, that looks like how we're supposed to have it, I think. So the next step, we got figure A there, figure B, and I think for figure B, what are we doing? Oh, we're putting it right here. So let's, yeah, there's like a little ridge at the bottom here. Just kind of angling all that up to make sure it fits, which luckily it does. So yeah, I guess I did do that right. And we're going to be securing this in there with an AP screw. Alright, so that one's in there now. Looks pretty accurate to what we have right there. Okay, so after that we're going to be fitting the oil sump and engine block top. So it looks like we're going to be bringing back in the piece that we made last time in the last episode. Let's move this guy to the side for the time being. And yeah, we're going to be adding in the oil sump. Alright, so I got the oil sump there, and it looks like it should connect in there pretty easily. Yeah, just 2 little holes right there, 2 little holes on the sump. And let's grab once again, what do we got here? EM screws. So let's connect everything together here. Now the whole main body of this piece has been metal up until now. The sump is a plastic piece. So once again, just thought I would divulge that information for those out there who always ask in the comments section, is it plastic, is it metal? It depends on the piece, but as I have said in previous videos, the main body of this Ecto-1 is all going to be metal, so I cannot wait to, I mean, right now we're inside the vehicle, but I can't wait till later on in this build when we start doing some of the finer details on the outside, like the main body and obviously all the pieces of the roof rack up top. Alright, so the sump is in there, nice, tight, and secure. It looks like after that, oh, we have figure B right here. I was about to move on to the next page. So figure B, we're going to be sliding the engine block top onto the left engine block. So let's take a gander here. How do we do this? So make sure we have everything kind of angled properly there. And oh, we got the holes, I think, right down there. I think. Oh, this is going to be rewarding. This is going to be... Everything fits fine. Hopefully it does. There we go. So it is now in there, and I mean that... Oh my, that's actually starting to look like something. Okay, so that's secure in there. Actually, I don't use any screws apparently to attach it just yet. I'm assuming the other side when we build that portion is going to actually secure that middle piece in place. So let's go ahead and move that to the side for the time being. Let's move on to part number 5 here, where we're going to be affixing the right engine support. So we're going to take that right there. We've got the piece 0711. We're going to just pop that right through here. As always there, we got 2 little holes right in there. And then we're going to be nabbing ourselves some DM screws. Now I do want to say, if you are thinking about this build, but you're a little bit too intimidated because, you know, building things and, you know, models and stuff like that aren't really your thing, don't be. I mean, this is pretty much, all it really is just using a screwdriver and reading instructions. It is incredibly easy, at least so far. There's really no reason to be intimidated with this. As long as you have patience with putting this thing together and a nice like little work area, that's really all you need. And as I've said countless times before, we do have the links down below in the description where you can click it and sign up today, get your subscriptions, and build your very own Ecto-1, just like I'm doing. And I love the fact too that I've actually had quite a few people message me who have, you know, signed up since I started building mine, and they're going to be building along with me, and that's really, really cool. I love the idea of me building this and you building yours at home, and obviously us discussing either by email or in the comment section or however. Alright, so that is in there. That is secure, nice and tight. From there, what do we got? This is what the assembled pieces should look like. Yes, it does come with this piece as well, as you can see right there. And that so far is what we got coming at the end of stage number 7, I should say. So let's go ahead and move all this out of the way now that we kind of, you know, just kind of covered the work table with it. And let's move on to stage number 8, the right engine block. Obviously, in our last video, we built the left engine block, so we got to build the right. So give me a second here. I'm going to tidy up the table, and we're going to continue this build right here in a second. All right, so let's bring in stage 8 right here. And looks like we're going to be dealing with some tweezers. We've got a wire in there, and tons of small little pieces. Oh boy, I'm excited for this one, so let's go ahead and tear into it. All right, actually unboxing that, I gotta say, I do like the idea that I had last time in stage number 7 to keep everything in the tray until I get to it, because as I'm dealing with smaller pieces, I would run the risk of losing them if I had them all, you know, on the table here. So it looks like our first part here is going to be pretty much what we saw with our last video. We're going to be assembling the right cylinder. Once again, last video we assembled the left cylinder. So I already removed this little guy here, and then this piece that was left over from stage number 7. What do we got here? I'm just making sure we're going to pop it in correctly. How does it even go? Like this, I think? Yeah, it looks like, no. How? Like this. There we go. That's what we got to do. So this just kind of snaps into play here. There we go. And we're just going to run 3 small AP screws through here just to secure it. Now when it comes to screws, I don't think I've actually mentioned this yet, but typically all these build videos, or actually all these builds, all these stages, actually do come with like a few extra screws here and there. Like you'll get 1 extra screw here, 2 extra screws there, which is great because like a lot of these screws are really, really small, really tiny. So you do run the risk of actually losing them, you know, dropping one on the floor and not being able to find it. So I'm very thankful that Eagle Moss Hero Collector does include extra screws with this build. Alright, so the last screw is in there, and then our next piece here, yeah, I mean, it's exactly what we did the last time, so let's go ahead and grab this little piece. We got the old Cadillac branding right on here. Looks great. I just gotta make sure I know exactly, or just to make sure I'm putting it all in the right area. That's the most important part. Much like the last video, this little piece here just kind of rests right in here, and then we put this over top, and that kind of secures this little piece in place. Now to secure the larger piece in place though, we're gonna have to bust out some of the BP screws here. All right, so we got screw number 1 going in. And let me tell you guys, there's a lot of things cooking here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel. I can't say too much really right now, but upon making this video, I just got a text that has gotten me very, 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 very excited about an upcoming video we're going to be doing right here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel. It's going to be covering a new item, a very, well, much talked about Ghostbusters item that is coming from Hasbro. And I'm not saying we're going to have an early video, like an early review of it, but yeah, be sure to keep locked here to the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so. And as you do that, I'm going to try and fit the screw in here so I can continue this build. There we go. Okay, got it in there. Once again, I'm not the most craftiest individual in the world. All right, and we got the 4th screw in place. And now it looks like the next step here is going to be fitting the cylinder head and the engine block together. So obviously that's what we put together in the last build, or the last stage I should say. Now this piece here, this portion, pretty much all plastic. This piece once again being metal. It looks like it'll be pretty easy to do. We just got to turn this around here, and yeah, we just kind of angle everything up. Holes should just all meet. There we go. Got hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there. Everything just meets all together there. There we go. And we're going to be securing that with AP screws again. Alright, I got the screws in there, and it's looking good there. Coming up next, we're going to be assembling the fuel pump and the filters. So, what do we got here for fuel pumps and filters? Let's make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Oh, actually the fuel pump's actually kind of small, so here it is there, and then we're gonna need the filters or whatever I'm grabbing. Oh, there it is there. It's actually much smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Then we're gonna grab this little piece here, move it into frame. Tiny little boy. So how do we secure this together? Does it really? Oh, it certainly does matter. This there's a lot of like little grooves here on this piece, so gotta make sure the angle and everything is correct. So it looks like, oh, right here, maybe? Yeah, maybe? Oh, I think it actually, it's like a little hole. Yeah, snaps right into play. And then we're going to be running, what is it there, an AP screw through there. So let's go ahead and start that process. Alright, so we got all that connected there, looking good. From there, it looks like we're going to be pushing the fuel filter cap 03H, which is this piece, I think? Maybe? No, I don't think it is. What piece is it? Okay, so it's actually these two little pieces. Once again, these diagrams to me, when I see them this big, I think that they're going to be larger pieces, so I kind of overlook the smaller ones inside the tray. So how do we do this? This is the same. We just plug this right into there. That's easy enough there. And from there, we're gonna be running an FP screw through that. All right, so that's all connected there. Looks nice. Really tiny. Coming up next, we are going to be pushing the fuel filter cap into the round part of the bottom of the fuel filter, which are these two tiny little pieces right here. So I think this rests on top. Come on, you gonna go in there? You gonna go in there? There you go, you went in there. And then we're gonna be combining this new piece we just kind of snapped together with the piece we just built by using an FP screw. All right, so that little piece is built, and I'm pretty blown away by the detail here, guys. I knew I'd be building some small pieces in this build, but like there's so many like little pieces I've built just to make this, tiny piece. Yeah, just blown away, just flabbergasted, and it looks like that'll be attaching here, fitting the fuel pump and the filter into the actual engine of the Ecto-1. So let's go ahead and grab said engine, which is looking pretty slick. Oh, you know what? I totally skipped a step there. I actually have yet to attach the right-hand side to it. So let's go ahead and lift this up, and how does this attach? Just making sure I've got it all right here. There we go. All right, and a little bit of pressure there, and that's it. We got a big, massive engine right now on our desk. So yeah, we're gonna be attaching everything together there using the DM screws. Pop those out on the table here, and let's secure it up. And then afterwards, once again, yeah, we'll be attaching the fuel pump and the filter that we just built to this. All right, so that's in there now, and man, that does look pretty darn impressive, fully built. So let's bring in, once again, that little piece here, and how do we attach that? Everything should just kind of like line up, I think. Maybe, hopefully. We've just got this one, what do we got here? Place the fuel pump cover. Yeah, so we got a fuel pump cover, which is very important. It looks like that is just going to attach itself right on the top of there. Alright, and that is on there. That is looking secure. Man, this is one hell of a large piece there. So it looks like we're done with part 4 here of stage 8. Let's move on to stage 5 here, which will be building and affixing the ignition coil. Alright, so we'll grab the main body here, and once again it's a rather small, fine piece there. And let's find the other 2 pieces. I know I just said small, but holy heck. Oh my gozer, guys. Let's go ahead and pop this open. We're going to keep these to the side here so we don't lose any of them, as I totally threw them across my table right here, my desk. And then from there we've also got this little baggie full of other pieces, which is going to be part of this, well, affixing the ignition coil step. So let's get all these little pieces out here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So the first piece, it looks like we just run this through the back, which looks easy enough. Does it snap in or anything? No, just kind of rests there, I think. Feels like it should snap in. Oh, there we go. Yep, snapped in. And then from there, we're going to take one of these pieces and we just kind of run it through the tip area. Oh, you know what? I'm actually running the incorrect piece through there. It's actually this really crazy small piece. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay, so that's in there. That's secure, and then we're going to be attaching that to the top of the engine here. Let me actually go ahead and turn this around exactly how they have it here, so I make sure that you know, I don't make any mistakes. Alright, so we just attached that piece with one of those BP screws, so that is now in there. That's secure. What do we got here? Coming up next, inserting the spark and distributor cap plugs. Okay, so that seems hopefully relatively easy to do. Let's kind of angle this similar to how they have it in the book here. Let's take one of these little pieces. Alright, so we got like the little spark plugs kind of going in there. I think those are spark plugs. As I've already said countless times, I'm not a car boy, I'm not a car guy. But we're going to attach them in all of these areas. It looks like we've got 4 on this side, 4 on that side, and then yeah, we're going to see where we are after that. Now, one thing I forgot about was this set does come with a pair of tweezers, luckily. So, yes, that's so much easier to get those in there with. So, Eagle Moss Hero Collector, thank you so much for including these, because if not, I would probably be going insane right now. All right, we got one side done there. Let's go ahead and move on over to the next side. Okay, so we got all those plugs inside there on both sides, and one thing I totally forgot about was, yes, it does come with a pair of tweezers, and let me tell you, that made putting those plugs in so much easier. So we've got up to, what do I got here, figure B done. So coming up next, we've got figure C here, which, what do we got here? It looks like we're going to be pushing the vacuum advance unit, which is this little piece right here, I believe, into the side of the distributor assembly. before pushing the dipstick into the engine block. Okay, so... Oh, actually, I think it just maybe snaps. Oh yeah, it just pushes all together here. There's a little rectangle. Looks like it secures into. Alright, so I got that piece in there, and it looks like the next step, figure D, is, what is it here? Adding the dipstick. We got another dipstick here. It looks like there's just a small little slot that it goes into, and there it is. That is secure in there, the little dipstick there. And after that, we're going to be moving on to figure E, which is going to be the 9 distributor cap plugs, which we have right here in this baggie. So let's go ahead and tear into these and line this portion up with those little cap plugs. With these, I mean, I could use tweezers, but having an easy enough time just using my hands to secure everything in place, so whatever works best for you, I guess. But like I said, using my hands here, everything seems like it's connecting without any issues, without any problems. Alright, there we go. The last one is in place right up top there. Looking good. Okay, so next we're going on to figure F here, which actually figure F is saying that you may find it useful to use tweezers for this step. I've been using tweezers, you know, for the step prior to that, 2 steps prior to that, but I digress. So what do we got here? We're going to be attaching, it looks like, this blue little wire in this tray over here. We're just going to take this little portion here. I think we're going to twist this around. There we go, and let's see. Get the wire here in place. First side going in. Excellent. And now let's bring this other wire around. You know what? I am going to need the tweezers. Alright, so we got the first cable in place there, and gotta say, I think it looks pretty decent there. I may go through this later on. I may like cut down some of the wires because it looks like the wire here is a bit longer than what they have here. But yeah, I'm unsure if I'm going to do that just yet. But yeah, we got the wire in place. Let's move this to the side and fitting the starter motor, which means we got to be getting close to the end here, guys. Let's turn this around. How does this go on? This way. Okay. So it looks like we're going to secure this into place with some more of the BM screws. Alright, so after that, let's move this to the side. We've got part number 7 here, fitting the starter motor. Secure the starter motor to the bell housing plate using the single BM screw figure A. Okay, that makes sense there. So let's go ahead and connect this piece. It looks like it goes right into there. Yep, so let's just nab a BM screw. Alright, so we got that one all fastened up there, and then from there it looks like we're going to run this piece, the 08Q piece, right through this hole, right there. If it fits. Will it fit? Doesn't seem like it wants to fit. Oh, there we go. Okay, so snapped into place, and what do we got here? Yeah, that'll be going... What am I using here to secure this? AP screw. So let's go ahead and grab one of those AP screws, pop it in there. Alright, so it looks like this... Alright, so it looks like I just inserted the drive pinion, that was that elongated piece, into the starter motor, and I'm fastening the pieces together, once again, with the AP screw. I'm reading. And then finally, the starter celluloid is affixed to the starter motor using the BP screw. So, and the starter celluloid, as you can see, is a tiny piece. So yeah, we're gonna fix that. Where are we gonna fix that to? Through here? Okay, so through here. Alright, so I got the last screw in there, and this is looking really good, really prim, really proper, as the kids say nowadays, looking really crisp. And man, like the overall size of this thing, I'm really blown away by, and that actually does it for this build. Stage 8 build, this is what the assembled piece should look like. As you can see, that is exactly what the assembled piece does in fact look like. Looks really good there, and that does it for today's at least build video installment. On our next video, let's see what we're going to be putting together here. It looks like the carburetor and the air filter And then after that, what do we got here? The generator and the oil filter. So that'll be coming up in our next build video. I could hardly wait because once again, I've really been enjoying this build so far. And I know I've already said in the video, if you want to start building one of these yourself, which I highly recommend, we've got links down below in the description. Click them, sign up today, start your subscription, and build your Ecto-1 along with me. So that does it for the first part of issue number 4. Be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube and stay up to date when we drop our next video as we finish off issue number 4. And of course, if you haven't checked them out yet, be sure to actually watch all of our past videos as to where we got up to this point in this Build an Ecto-1 series. And I know I've already mentioned it a few times throughout the video already, but if you'd like to sign up to this Build an Ecto-1 series from Eagle Moss Hero Collector, if you'd like to subscribe to this subscription service, we've got links right down below in the description. Click them and start building your Ecto-1 today. That's all I've got for you here right now. I'll see everybody right back here next time. Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube.